Ruby TV, and tonight we're going to see a Melbourne group that's going pretty well right now in Europe, and ce soir tonight in Paris, that is the Cat Empire.
The Cat Empire a vu le jour dans des clubs de jazz, des jam sessions et dans des boîtes à Melbourne, en Australie. En trio à leur début, ils forment aujourd'hui un sextuor brillant et éclectique, une fusion de leur histoire en tant que groupe de quartier. Cool, funky et dynamique, un groupe explosif au genre festif, avec une section de cuivre, The Empire Horns, sans oublier de nombreux invités de marque. The Cat Empire était en première partie du concert de James Brown en 2004 lors de sa tournée australienne. Le groupe a fait l'ouverture des Jeux du Commonwealth en 2006 à Melbourne et joué en live lors du show télévisé de David Letterman. Il compte des performances devant des milliers de spectateurs dans des bars locaux, des boîtes à travers l'Australie et lors de festivals internationaux. Le premier album a impressionné le public par son groove métissé et contagieux. Puis, leur tube Hello Hello, issu de leur deuxième album Two Shoes, est rapidement devenu une expression utilisée dans la scène underground de Melbourne. Aujourd'hui, leur troisième album sorti récemment est clairement apprécié par des fans parisiens. À la fin du concert, le très charmant Felix, parolier, chanteur et percussionniste du groupe, nous dit pourquoi il aime tant Paris. Il nous explique comment sa culture, tout comme sa musique, est imprégnée de différents continents. Enfin, il nous révèle ce qu'il a appris sur scène en tant que chanteur.
Bonsoir, Felix.
Bonsoir.
So, the last time I spoke to you, you were in Melbourne and you were talking to me about how wonderful, how much you love Europe.
Yeah.
And you were saying, I love Europe because why?
Well, because you wake up in the morning and you get out of bus bed and you open the door to the bus, and there are beautiful things around everywhere, and simple things taste good. And it seems like they've just worked it out right. Like, I think humanity gets it right and wrong sometimes, and a lot of the time it gets it wrong. And in Europe, it seems to be in proportion and good. And you taste bread, it tastes right. You look up at a building, and it looks beautiful, and the gallery looks amazing, and the people, are engaged, and they look at you, and I love it. It's wonderful.
So you've toured Europe a few times.
Yeah, I also spent a lot of time in Europe when I was a kid. My father's Austrian, so I spent a lot of time over there. And so I had this funny upbringing between Austria and Australia, and the three of them got AUS. George Bush gets confused about it. But it's funny because Australia was always open and wide and diverse and strange and sort of undefined, and Europe was always very, especially Austria, was very close and contained, and so my whole existence has been brought up in this whole contrast between these two places. And so I always have to spend part of the year in Europe and part of the year in Australia to feel right.
Yeah, so what does it feel like coming back to Paris? Like, you've played in Paris?
I love Paris.
What is it? Why?
Oh, it's just great. It's like, for me, Paris sums up Europe. I don't know, there's lots of different parts of Europe and lots of parts I love, but for me, if I was going to say what is Europe, I'd say Paris pretty much is it. I think I'd love to speak French. That's my one problem with it, because they don't like it when you can't speak French and I don't speak a word. But the buildings and the people and the culture, it's just lively. It's great.
And I noticed when I was watching you perform tonight, I remember you were talking to me about, I asked what the difference was with the last album and how that changed you as a performer. You were saying it's because you're actually singing, so it's not just getting a mood across, it's actually hitting the notes and really singing it. And I noticed that on stage that you've changed since Melbourne and Spiegel gigs and stuff. So why have you changed, and how have you felt yourself that you've changed as a performer?
I think so, yeah. Well, when I started in the band, I really never considered myself a singer at all. And I sort of going to sing.
What, a musician?
Well, I was a songwriter,
rapper.
you know, and I sort of spoke, and I had some character, and so I could perform all right, you know. I never thought about singing. It was only until the most recent album that I started to actually write songs where I thought about my voice and singing, and it's really changed the whole way I look at performing. And it is. It's really quite strange for me because it's gone from being someone who's just there as a character and as a songwriter to someone who's trying to actually separate myself from everything and concentrate on singing. To varying degrees of success, it works from night to night.
Yeah.
Sometimes it doesn't, but it's getting better.
And how was tonight? How was the
I love these rooms. If you can show the room for a second, what it's like, even though it's kind of dirty and empty now. But a room like this is like it's very close and intimate, and it's also very big as well. So you can fit like quite a lot of people in here, but it's also very theatrical. And so the combination of theatricality, which gives you a chance to play with dynamics, to go very quiet, very loud, mixed with the ability to really put on like a festival section, is great. And this room's perfect. I had a good fun tonight.
And do you think the audience were lots of expats, or were they Parisians, or because they all knew the songs? I saw them
They
sing
knew the songs, but there was a couple of expats, but not many tonight. I thought there was probably like a section over there that was Australians, but it was Parisians. I really enjoyed playing in Europe and playing to the people of that city.
And was it nice that they knew the words?
Yeah. Of course it is. It's really gratifying.
And what's next? What are the next goals for the next 6 months and plans?
Well, I'm not sure exactly. We've got a tour in Australia in February, a big outdoor tour, and we've got the Europe tour to finish up. And in between them, I'm not sure. I think I'll just take it easy. I'm going to stay around in Europe and see my family in Austria for a little while. I'm going to go to Berlin because I really dig Berlin. And then I'll go to the beach for a while in Australia and take it easy till February. And then, I don't know, we may come back here in March and April. I think to America. I think we're destined to go there, and to America and North America in March. I'm not sure. The truth is I don't really pay all that much attention to the schedule these days. I just enjoy the time I've got off. And enjoy the time I've got on as much as I can.
Yeah. And then just to wrap it up, what's the best thing about how you're touring now and how you are, where you are with your music and where you thought you would have been 5 years ago?
I think now it's nice because I've really learned what it is to play again. It's like when you start playing, you enjoy performing because it's just so new and so amazing and so sort of energetic and lively. And then you go through this cycle where you start thinking about what it's like and you get worried about things and everything. And then I think I'm back after 5 or 6 years on the road to enjoying myself again every time, to try and say before each show, right, I'm going to enjoy it.
Engraved into these songs so they know I'm not forgetting them. See, maybe if the world contained more people like these, then the news would not be telling me about all that warfare endlessly. And our weapons were our instruments, made from a timber and steel. We never yielded to conformity, but stood like kings in a chariot that's riding on a echo.